Helen Yee here with LFC, and look who's joining me today in the middle of what looks like to be an intense training session. I have MaiNe Main Event Morgan. You're coming off a huge win over Sheila Crash Cardinal. Are you still, has it still soaked in yet, your win?
It has. I'm just ready for the next fight, ready to prepare myself for the next mountain.
Yeah, and the next opponent. But I know you and Feather, you guys have had, an exchange of words that's been pretty heated. Are there any words you would like to tell her?
Just let her know when it's time it will go down. That's about it.
When would you like to fight her, if you could choose?
As soon as possible.
And you're ready?
I'm always ready.
Yeah, well, speaking of ready, it was a big fight weekend, UFC 202. Did you happen to watch that fight between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz?
I actually didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did hear a lot of good things about it.
And there are rumors, and there have been rumors, of maybe Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather. Would you like to see that fight happen?
Of course. Everybody loves to see a Mayweather fight.
So I'm assuming you would be Team Mayweather.
Yes, I would be Team Mayweather all the way.
And what about the Olympics? So the Olympics just wrapped up. Would you ever like to fight in the Olympics for LFC?
I think that would be fun. Actually, if we were able to get into the Olympics and do that, that would be a great experience. I would love that.
Do you see that happening, the LFC in the Olympics?
I think it can happen because we're getting a lot bigger and a lot more known now, and a lot more people are interested in what's going on and what we do. So, yeah, I can see that happening.
And speaking of interested, someone that the LFC is actively pursuing right now, Ronda Rousey. Would you like to see her join the league?
Yes, I would. Honestly, I would like to learn a lot from her because she is a very great fighter, and I just like to keep learning and getting all the information about fighting that I can. So that'd be a great experience if she was to come.
Yeah, that would be definitely a great experience from the former dominant bantamweight champion. But would you ever like to fight her?
Yeah. I mean, eventually you gotta go there. If you're doing it, you gotta do it. So, yeah.
And lastly, for her, there's so much UFC talk, and most recently, aside from UFC 202, it was the big sale of the UFC. Were you expecting that at all?
Honestly, I wasn't. Guess some things were going on that we probably don't know about that made this more of a great decision for them to do. So hopefully only good things come from it and we grow.
And lastly, before I kind of leave you alone, I don't want to get hit, but is there anything in particular you're working on today, or is it just striking by yourself?
I'm working on my punches and kicks, getting them a little more stronger, and making sure my form is correct. So,
in preparation for your next fight, right?
Yes, in preparation for the next fight.
And hopefully it will be against Feather Haddon, the current LFC champion, and hopefully, like you mentioned, as soon as possible, maybe by the end of the year, right?
Oh, yeah, at least by the end of the year. It needs to.
Well, if that fight does happen, it will definitely be a must-see fight. So thank you so much for your time, and I will let you finish training.
Thank you.
And that was the great, never dull fighter, MaiNe Main Event Morgan. Stay tuned for more.